The girl who refused to stay small. In a forgotten village at the edge of dry fields and broken roads, there lived a girl named Amara. The village had no proper school, no hospital, and no steady electricity. When it rained, the paths turned into rivers of mud. When the sun burned, it cracked the earth like broken pottery. Amara lived in a hut with a leaking roof and walls patched with hope more than clay. Her father had died when she was young, and her mother worked in the fields from sunrise to sunset. Some nights they had dinner. Some nights they had water and patience. But Amara had something rare. She had a dream bigger than her circumstances. A hunger that wasn't for food. Every morning, Amara would wake before dawn, sweep the yard, fetch water from the well, and help her mother prepare for the day. Then she would walk 5 miles to the nearest school, barefoot. The other children sometimes laughed at her torn uniform and patched bag, but she carried something they didn't see. Inside her bag were borrowed books, old, worn, missing pages, but to her, they were treasures. When the teacher asked questions, Amara's hand rose like the sun, confidently, consistently. "Why do you try so hard?" one girl asked her one day. Amara smiled, "Because I don't want my story to end here." When life tested her. One year, a terrible drought struck the village. Crops failed, food became scarce. Many families pulled their children out of school to work. Amara's mother sat her down one evening. "We may not afford your school fees next term," she said gently. Amara felt the words like stones in her chest, but she did not cry. That night, under the weak light of a kerosene lamp, she made a decision. If opportunity would not come to her, she would build it herself. The small beginning. Amara started waking even earlier. She collected fallen mangoes from trees near the road, cleaned them carefully, and sold them in the nearby market before school. She saved every coin. When mango season ended, she made handmade bracelets from colored threads and sold them to travelers passing through the village. Some days she earned little, some days nothing, but she kept going, because she understood something powerful. Consistency defeats circumstance. The day everything changed. One afternoon, while selling her bracelets near the roadside, a sleek black car stopped. A rare sight in that dusty place. A well-dressed man stepped out. He was a businessman from the city who had come to inspect land nearby. He noticed the bracelets first. Then he noticed the girl selling them. "Did you make these?" "Yes, sir." "And why are you not in school?" "I am," she replied confidently. "This is how I stay there." He paused. There was no begging in her voice, no shame, only determination. He bought all her bracelets. But that was not the real gift. The next day, he returned, not with money alone, but with an offer. He funded her school fees for the year and arranged for better learning materials for the village school. "You remind me," he told her, "that potential does not depend on wealth." But this is not a story about rescue. Yes, the man helped her, but he did not create her strength. He only recognized it. Amara still woke early, still studied late, still worked harder than most. Years passed. She became the first girl from her village to attend university. She studied agricultural science, determined to solve the very droughts that once threatened her education. People whispered about her success, but they did not see the nights she studied while hungry, the mornings she walked through rain, the times she failed exams and tried again. They only saw the victory. Returning not as a victim, but as a leader. After graduating, Amara did something unexpected. She returned to her village, not because she had nowhere else to go, but because she had somewhere important to build. She introduced modern irrigation systems. She trained farmers on soil preservation. She created a cooperative that ensured fair crop